definitely including 4 of these to ensure that we have the most graphics computing power possible. Now for the case, we're going with the Case Labs Magnum SM8. Now there's one very big reason why I chose this case, and that's because it's one of the few cases out there that can still support the SSI EEV form factor, and that's just because, you know, not a lot of people build dual CPU systems anymore. But aside from that, it can support 2 power supplies in one case, which we're gonna absolutely need because, spoiler alert, this PC uses way more than 1600 watts of power, so we're gonna need those 2 PSU slots so we can have more than 1600 watts in this system. But on top of that, it's a Case Labs case, and yes, it's expensive, but if you think of the PC, we're gonna need a pretty good case to hold in all these very expensive and very precious parts, and that's where the SM8 is gonna do its job. It's a very solid enclosure that's gonna be great at cooling off all the components as well as holding everything in a very sturdy position. So that's why we're going with the SM8.
Do you see what I see? Miles and miles of bowls of shredded wheat growing under the warm summer sun. 100% whole grain wheat. Nothing more, nothing less.
Everything in a very sturdy position. So that's why we're going with the SM8. Now in the final part of this $50,000 workstation PC build, we're going with 2 EVGA Supernova T2s rated at 1600 watts with a power efficiency rating of 80 plus titanium. Now you may be asking, why did I get 2 of these? Well, that's because the estimated power drawage of this system is going to be at 2800 watts, which is a whole lot. So we couldn't really go with like 2 1500 watt power supplies because that'd be 3000 watts, and you know, just to be safe, if the system were running at 100% load, we want, you know, some extra wattage just to be, you know, safe with the system. So that's why we went with 2 1600 watt power supplies. And also it's pretty safe to say that we should probably have, you know, an 80 plus titanium power supply in here because, you know, having such high-end components and drawing in so much wattage, we're gonna want, you know, the most efficient power supplies on the market because we want to make sure the system is using power efficiently. So that's where we want these to be 80 plus titanium.